Guys, what's going on? My name is Luis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is June 23rd, 2024, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Alright guys, so we have some urgent information coming out. If you can, please share this video. And we have a big breaking news. Red alert. It says here the sleeping giant has unexpectedly deployed the Typhon missile system in the northern Luzon in the Philippines following naval incident between the Red Dragon and the Philippine Navy. The Sleeping Giant Deputy Secretary of State emphasized that the Mutual Defense Treaty obliges the Sleeping Giant to help the Philippines, sending a very clear message to the Red Dragon. We're going to see what's going on here, guys. This is a big breaking news. Very important information is coming out. We have more breaking news. Look at this one here. Look out. It says here you have the military engagement of British and the Bear forces in UKR. Once again, the British soldiers fall seriously impacted by the Bear fire. Operation of the Bear in. It seems like they're already in there, guys. We have seen the signs that the yellow and blue are seeing NATO forces. Alright guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, families, and loved ones. I appreciate the love and support. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, the PayPal link and the Patreon link is in the description box. Also, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. And for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19. Number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And just like that, guys, Sunday, we are seeing a lot of breaking news. A lot of breaking news. It's supposed to be a day of resting. Instead, it's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs around the world, nation against nation. So the level of aggression shown by the Red Dragon this time has alarmed all the neighboring states. Look out, the Sleeping Giant, once again, they're getting involved. We're going to get involved. That's who the Sleeping Giants are nowadays. We get involved in everything. The Sleeping Giant get involved in Jupiter, in Mars, in all these places in different parts of the world. They're willing to move heaven and earth to get involved. And again, I'm not making stuff up, but the Sleeping Giant, they do stick their nose in other people's business. Now, there is some treaty that, yes, the Sleeping Giant must step in and help. But the Sleeping Giant is also going around loopholes and sticking their nose where, again, it doesn't belong. Alright, so it says here you have the Savage Red Dragon strike with, I'm going to skip that name, a new battle code. Let's see what's going on here. A clash between members of the Red Dragon Coast Guard and members of the Philippine Navy occurred on Monday. And you guys already know it's Monday over there now. It's a new day. So during a resupply mission for the Philippines, you have camouflage station on the sunken BRP Sierra Madre military ship in the second Thomas Atoll. It says here in the videos you can see that the Red Dragon Coast Guard's use of force and intimidation tactics destroyed Philippine vessels and seriously impacting those in it. Once again, you have the Philippine Navy release photos showing the Red Dragon Coast Guard personnel wielding certain equipment. Look at that, sharp ones, implements. Now, warning to impact the Philippine camouflage during the supply mission. It's like Rush Hour. You know how you got Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. They were out there. Not them, not the actors, but the Red Dragon soldiers were out there, and they were swinging swords and spears and all that. It's like It's like the Battle of Roman Empire. So it seems that the Red Dragon wants to establish a code of fighting similar to that on the border with India, where there is an engagement not to use firearms, but only... Oh, wow! They want to go old school. They want to go old school. Put the GUN down. Let's take out the swords. That's how it was back then. Shocking new details and videos showed that during the Red Dragon brutal event on the Philippines, it says here the Red Dragon Coast Guard deployed Tier GAS in an act of piracy. The Red Dragon personnel looted supplies, towed the Philippine vessels with ropes. The Red Dragon ships came within 5 meters of the Philippine outpost. Some stuff going on out there. So the Red Dragon personnel were armed with swords. Man, they reportedly used these equipment to rip apart parcels carrying food and other supplies, throwing the contents into the sea in an attempt to prevent resupply. Man, those stuff could have been used for others who need it. Oh, there's a video here, guys. There is a video. I'm not going to show you guys, but again, follow me on Twitter. I'm going to share all these information on Twitter. I will share all the information. There's tons of videos. Naval incident between the Red Dragon and the Philippines in the South Red Dragon Sea. The Philippine leader has said his land would not allow itself to be bullied after a clash between members of the Red Dragon Coast Guard and the members of the Philippine Navy. We will never, ever, ever allow ourselves to be intimidated or oppressed by anyone, said the leader of the Philippines in a speech he delivered on the occasion of his visit to Philippine forces in the South Red Dragon Sea. However, he stressed that the importance of settling disputes in a peaceful manner and a performance of our duties. We will not resort to lawlessness or intimidation, nor will we intentionally cause any impact or damage to anyone. In defending our land, we will stay true to our Filipino nature, whereby we would like to resolve all these issues peacefully, added the Philippine leader, who did not name the Red Dragon during his speech. Once again, the Red Dragon capital actions during this routine resupply missions were condemned by the sleeping giant, Britain and Canada. The Red Dragon Foreign Ministry disputed the Philippines' version, with a spokesman saying on Thursday that the necessary measures taken were legal, professional, and beyond reproach. The Red Dragon claims almost all of the South Red Dragon Sea, through which more than $3 trillion in annual shipping trade passes. Man, that's a lot of money. Including parts claimed by the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei. Once again, it says the Hague-based Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled in 2016 that the Red Dragon claims lacked legal basis. The Red Dragon capital rejected this decision immediately. Man. There is tons of videos on this one here, guys. And I truly apologize. I can't play the video because I'm getting hit by the channel left and right. Will the sleeping giant and the Philippine Defense Treaty be activated? Well, it seems like it has been activated. The sleeping giant Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia Pacific Affairs, Mr. Daniel, said on Saturday that the situation in the South Red Dragon Sea is deeply troubling, and that the Red Dragon recent actions in a disputed waterway are deeply destabilizing. This person made the comments during a visit to Hanoi amid rising tensions between the Red Dragon and the Philippines in the South Red Dragon Sea, where Vietnam is an additional player in the region. We believe that the Red Dragon actions, particularly in recent actions around the second Thomas, I'm going to get that name, towards the Philippines have been irresponsible aggression. and deeply destabilizing, this person told media in that region. We will continue to stand by our Philippine allies, this person said, adding that the sleeping giant had made clear, both publicly and privately, to the Red Dragon capital that its mutual defense obligations to the Philippines were unwavering. So the sleeping giant just put their foot down on the Red Dragon, saying, we are here, and you're not going to be doing this to the Philippines. So you put your swords away before we use our toothpaste and toothbrush. I'm kidding, guys. Alright, so it says here the sleeping giant secretary, Stay Kurt, discussed the Red Dragon actions by phone with his Philippine counterpart, Maria. Both agreed that the Red Dragon actions threaten regional peace and stability. Now, Campbell reaffirmed that the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, which obliges the sleeping giant capital and the Philippine capital, I believe that's the Philippine capital if I'm not mistaken, to assist each other in defending in its major conflict, extend to armed event against the Philippines forces, public vessels or aircraft, including those of its Coast Guard, anywhere in the South Red Dragon Sea. A new Red Dragon law, which took effect on Saturday, empowers its Coast Guard to seize foreign ships illegally entering the Red Dragon territorial waters and detain foreign crews for up to 60 days. The law renewed a reference in 2021 legislation that says the Red Dragon Coast Guard can fire on foreign ship if necessary. As it turns out, the defense treaty can now be, you know what, at any time with unpredictable consequences. The sleeping giant on the Red Dragon, very concerning strike at the Philippine territory. Sleeping giant needs to stop messing around. They need to stop messing around. The sleeping giant was, excuse me guys, the island Taiwan, you know what, welcomes the sleeping giant equipment's deployment in Luzon. Once again, the island capital welcomes the sleeping giant deployment of the Typhon system in the northern Philippines, a top island official said here this week. From the Philippines, the sleeping giant equipment system can extend a safety net to the island as well. This development is potentially a problem for the Red Dragon, as the system can launch cruise equipment with a range of 2,400 kilometers and an anti-ballistic linked to the AEGIS system. The Typhon system can hit the Red Dragon ships from a very long distance, while with the use of the RIM 174 IRAM standard equipment, it could contribute to the defense capability of the sleeping giant cruisers equipped with GIS. Asked to comment on the equipment deployment in northern Luzon, you have the island official stressed the importance of maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific, with no one trying to unilaterally change the status quo, using armed forces in lawlessness of international norms. Anyone who can collectively protect this area should be welcome, Tin told Star, as he pointed out that among the island capital allies, the Philippines is closest to the island. So the sleeping giant has something for the Red Dragon, and it's not going to look pretty. That's what's going on right now, guys. We are seeing another chapter of nation against nation, this time the Red Dragon Sea, out there in the Pacific. Isn't it amazing? Bible prophecy happening right in front of our faces. Look out. Now we're seeing the sleeping giant mother involved, and they are going against the bear forces, which they are getting hammered. Man, they are getting hammered. And we're supposed to send sons and daughters in camouflage out there? Man. Shocking video of the battles of the sleeping giant mother soldiers with the bear forces on the Donetsk front was released by the Bear Media. What in the blues are they doing out there? The Bear forces have broken through the first defense line of the sleeping giant mother. We do not know if the UKR were there, and we're trying to occupy their trenches. Ain't you guys there, training them? I mean, what's going on here? The first video shows the moment a sleeping giant mother soldier is seriously impacted by the bear fire. We don't know if he DID, but logically they are all DEAD, as the bear obtained the audio-visual material from their cameras. The video confirms the increasing military involvement of the sleeping giant mother and other NATO lands in the Yellow and Blue Biblical War. There you go, guys, right there. The most important thing right there. And there's a video in the bottom. I'm not going to play the video, but this link, I will share it in my Twitter page. It seems like NATO are in there, and they not taking out the bear forces. They literally getting hammered. According to the report of the head of the press center of the center group of the Bear Armed Forces, Alexander, in the last 24 hours, the Bear Army hit 340 identified enemy target in those territory. According to him, serious damage was caused to the 142nd Infantry, as well as the 23rd and the 24th Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of the Yellow and Blue. Is this the reason why the sleeping giant gave the green light to fire attacks towards innocents out there? There's a possibility. Sleeping giant send a message. The total losses of the Yellow and Blue Army amounted to 410. Another 4 surrender. In addition, 3 D-30 and MSTAB System 2 M119. I'm going to skip all these equipments. They were all gone. Finito. Out of here. 3 cars and a M113 other equipments gone. Out of here. Get it out. That's all of it for this one here. We are seeing it. We are living it. We are witnessing Bible prophecy happening right in front of our faces. Nation against nations are building up. You got NATO. Seems like there's some signs of NATO soldiers inside the Yellow and Blue. They won't give us the number of DEAD, but according to some persons out there, they are DEAD, gone. This is the reason why the Sleeping Giant is really pushing for the draft. The bear is too powerful. 2.5 years and we still can't stop the bear. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, for those of you that want to give your life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.